Hello, we're starting on a walk somewhere different today, outside the Crown Court in Guildford. And we're starting here because, 10 minutes from the station. And there's a car park. So, head out past the Odeon cinema to your left as you face the courts. Once past the cinema, it's up and over the bridge, and then turn right just after that red brick building. There's some stairs and it'll take you down to the canal path. Yeah, we're back on the canals again, kids. So in fact, since I've been here last, they've moved the stairs because this is a new building. So they're along a bit, so they're right next to the bridge, dead easy. I'm guessing this is the last really clear bit of signage we'll see for a while. But it is a really pretty bit of artwork under the bridge. Nice job, somebody. Bottom of the stairs, turn left, and off we jolly well go. You're in Guildford now, so remember, don't report to people or even acknowledge there is existence. So the way navigation's a nice little semi-rural cut through the centre of town. You know, surrounded on both sides by offices and housing and places of work, but in a very busy town, you can get away from most of the hubbub of life for a little bit. So going to do a reasonably short walk today, just to show you can get out at lunchtime and do stuff. You begin to worry, won't you? Yes, there it is. Today's reflective shot on the canal. This is actual reality versus what the hell virtual reality is. Get outside, smell the air. See, look, even the crows agree. So for the lunchtime strollers, your first turnaround point is the wooden footbridge. At this point you can turn around, go back and walk it the town. So if you're just having a stroll to get out of the office at lunchtime, this is kind of an ideal turnaround point. But I'm carrying on because I'm not at work at the moment. Yay! Oh, just over a mile in and you meet the main road. Sadly the towpath no longer goes under the bridge. But there are pedestrian crossings, so you just cross straight over there, down the steps, back on the canal path. Over the road, over the bridge, on the opposite bank to where you started, and back we go, away from the horrors of traffic. And here we are, as you can see, it's a breezy day, so there won't be many ubiquitous reflective shots. And this little bit is all sorted by the National Trust. Well done, folks, it's even free. And as you come along, you go under the joy that is the A3. But I know where I am, see? You do have to wonder about the people who come down here and don't do really art. So, as you can carry on along the navigation, you get past the industrial units, along just a few, I presume 1930s houses made up there. You don't necessarily. You probably well thought, hey, these will always be away from the hubbub of town. Ha ha! Unlucky. Lovely views of the A3. As I said, some lovely houses along here. And just here, what caught my eye is this nice little windy thing. Deer are a bit naff, but the great crime. So why in the name of hell are you flying a red ensign on a flagpole, you goiter? By its very nature, you cannot get away from the roar of the traffic here. There's two major trunk roads, and it's the main road out of town. But there is a little bit of peace and tranquility here. I suspect in lockdown it was really nice. So, 2 miles in, and your first watering hole, should you wish, the row barge. You need to cross the river here, but you have to cross the river to keep on the path anyway. And you'll be at this bridge by the Surrey Advertiser, in a building converted from when the canal worked for a living. See? Even the National Trust tell you where to go, and in a very nice way. This is again another place where if you wanted to cut short your walk, you could dive off into town that takes you down to where the fire station used to be. tough to club when you cross the road. It is a very busy road. And over the road and on down the towpath. I've been down here before, but it was a long time ago. Hey ho, see where we end up. Dinner might be a bit late tonight. So, 10 minutes on from crossing the bridge and having a cheeky pint in the pub. You're at your first lock of the day. And this is also where you cross the river. You carry on now, you're carrying up the way navigation towards that London place. So you're here at Stoke Lock, which would be really nice if it wasn't for the huge great oil storage thing behind it, but hey, here we go. No swing bridges today, navigation's a bit wide for those babies, but this is a nice steel mock-up of one of the old wooden bridges. And here we are going to turn right. Because we go that way, it's that London place. I might need to go back to that Guildford place, which is here. This is to be explored at a later date. Look at this lot, feeling all smug because they're not in a bucket brining waiting for a tub of applesauce tomorrow lunchtime. It's Christmas Eve, by the way. Bit of geese, they've seen a human who stops. They honestly think I'm going to feed them. Get on with it, do it yourself, you pink-footed fools. So you're following the river to now the short stretch of the pub you've been on the navigation, and this is where the river wanders round. It's quite pleasant, you just can't do away with that noise of traffic. And it's a really low sun because it's Christmas Eve. I've got to walk all the way back now into the sun, so we shall see how we go. Currently, my world looks like that. Look at the camera doing all that stuff for you. My eyes aren't. So even though you're really close to the A3, I think not, because there is a bridge that you can walk underneath. As you can see, some of our glorious sun artists have schlepped all the way out here. To right on the walls. There are options here to extend your walk. At some stage I will, because you know, you can never get enough roaring trunk road traffic noise. But for me, I'm staying with the river, because it's going to take me under Parkway, through the park on the other side, and back towards our start point. Bit miffed because when I came out of the pub I forgot to resume the walking app, so I've missed out about 3/4 of a mile of that. It's just done that straight line across the marshes, which is a bit annoying because I'd like to do it again. Hey ho, fiddly-dee. Look at that coppers thing, that hasn't happened for a decade or 20. Bit of woodland, bit of river, in a river, on a bank, with a jump, feet together place. Now, here we go. Here's something I wasn't expecting. Who knows what these are, eh? All you military types are in my feed. Shut up, we all know you know what they are. These, my friends, are tank traps. And some knobhead has come up and graffitied them anyway. You really do wonder what the parents of these people are like. And now we're giving people money to breed even more stupid children. If you can't afford more than 2, don't bloody have them. So there we go. Nice concrete things with over a century's moss. Never had to do their job. Fritz never turned up with his tanks, and some pillock has painted on them. It's not even good graffiti. So at Stoke Park, the one's a Nightingale Row. Personally, I reckon Stoke Park is a bit heightest, and I've certainly seen people taller than 6'6" here. What do you people feed your children, for God's sake? Hang a left into King's Road, and you come across, oops, this wondrous little bit of let's be sensible and keep the road under the railway, even though some knobber has written his name very badly on the lintel. Guildford parents have a word. You may be wondering why I've come this way, and it's purely so I can show you There's more than just one pub on the route, but I'm not stopping in either of these, even though the King's is really nice. So again, I haven't been in for over a century. Now I'm going to cross straight over the main drag here and carry on down this road here. So as you meander through the estate, you can see its history writ large. Guildford was once an army town, and all these houses are related to that, and some of them are quite nice and quaint. I do wonder why those have got flint walls on them and the others haven't, but still, they're not as out of place as these shock Georgian new builds that don't pick up on any of the charm of the surroundings at all. Zigzagging my way through the estate because it's so much better than traipsing along the main road, but go as you wished. Bloody not, there's not an MG in sight or a dodgy jewellery seller. So eventually, whichever way you zigzag through, you're back on the main road. And I've come out just opposite Guildford Cricket Club, satellite station of Surrey County Cricket Club. A very nice little ground too. Now what always makes me chuckle is they built these apartments and put them up, and I bet people bought them because they had a lovely view of the cricket ground. And then with the money they got for selling off the land, Guildford Cricket Club extended their pavilion upwards. Little diversion round. I do hope somebody found these people's cats. So if you come down Wharf Road, you come down here. It's a little diversion for me because where I'm staying is actually on the main drag, but it takes you away from all the traffic and horridness. So if you come down here, and once you get past all the modernism, hang a right where that drag's coming out, and you get to Dapdoon Wharf, which has a very nice little cafe, which isn't always open, and obviously instead of looking at the gates, it isn't open today. Well, it doesn't matter because there's coffee and wine at my sister's house. So hang a little left down the footpath, and away we go. So at this point, as you come out of William Road onto Lees Road, turn right, turn left at those buildings there, and that'll take you back to where we started. So one of the joys of this walk is it's all easily available by public transport if you live in the locality. Where we went over the bridge over the canal right at the start, in front of you there as you cross the bridge is Guildford railway station. Behind me on the main drag out of town, you're 5 minutes walk from the bus station. There are bus stops all along, and yeah, easily available by public transport. And there's a car park outside the magistrates' court. So if you want to get here really quickly, you can get arrested because sorry, police over there. So have a good Christmas, and that's the end of today's walk. Ta-da a bit.